All right, guys, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to my tournament breakdown for the Mississippi River Pool 7, 8, and 9 Title Championship, the MLF Title Championship for 2021. Overall, it was a really fun event, and day two is really a special turning point in this event for me, and you'll find out why during this video. But to start off with, let's kind of do a real quick recap of day one, which you can watch that video. It shouldn't be too hard to find on my channel. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. But essentially, day one, went right to plan. The whole idea is to make it to the next round in this format. We had the qualifying rounds, the knockout round, and the championship round. And so, really, my goal was to catch around that 12-pound range to keep me in the hunt for the knockout round. And I did that on the first day. I fished one spot that got my limit that I had found in practice, and then found a totally new area that ended up having a mega school on it that allowed me to cull up to close to 12 pounds to stay in that top 10. So that's what happened on day one. Go check out that video. I don't want to talk anymore about that. But day two, obviously, heading down to pool 9 again because there were just so many fish. It was really exciting, and I knew that I was going to catch some fish as soon as I got down there, as long as I could get it to myself. And so made the run down to pool 9. We actually had a 2-hour fog delay this morning, which, since I'm making the longest run out of anybody in my group that I knew of, that was a little bit nerve wracking, but I knew because I had that mega school and felt like I had that I could find some new schools in that area because of the dropping water. I felt pretty confident I'd get bit. The question was, were they going to be the right size, the correct size that I need to again reach that 12-pound benchmark to make the knockout round? So that was a big question. That's what made it really exciting and a little bit nerve-wracking for me, but made the run down there and felt pretty confident that as soon as I got to my first spot where I'd left them biting the first day, I'd catch them pretty quick.
Boy, I get beat all over the water.
Yeah, it's nuts. All right, hold your breath. There he is. Tony, my friend, they're still here.
All right. Two. So we'll go two.
Right under two.
Two.
Yeah. I didn't catch him the other day. I would have recognized that boy. Another 2-pounder. What did I tell you, Tony?
Yes, sir. When I saw how low it was, I was in doubt, but you made a believer out of me. Oh,
Oh, too small. You don't want those deep. Too small too. Ah, deeper. Pound 3/4. Not that I wanted to keep them anyways. Start catching some 2.5 pounders. They live here, I think. I know that the 2.25 do. Oh shoot. How many fish do you think can live here? It's just insane.
I don't know.
Start pulling.
That was the 5th, right?
Yeah, it's number 5, and it's 2. Pretty sure we're the first one to catch a limit. Maybe, maybe not. Don't matter. We got 3 more pounds to get to. Limit don't matter.
Oh, that's a good one.
Seems good. Your mouth's wide open. After once again catching a fish on pretty much every single cast, I ended up catching my limit, calling several times. But the problem was that the average size was much smaller. So I was pretty much sure that the first day I'd caught the biggest fish out of that entire school. So abandoned that school. And instead of just going to some of the other areas that I had found during practice and the first day of the tournament, I just decided to fish my way out of that area. You know, the water was falling, so it just made sense to kind of try to follow the route that those fish that were in that massive backwater in practice had ended up in. So started fishing my way out, still throwing that white and chartreuse jackhammer chatterbait, and ended up coming to a area that had a sand drop, which is essentially just a shallow water drop in the sandy bottom, and ended up hooking into a fish that changed the whole trajectory of the entire event.
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh!
That's a
Can you
cave changer.
believe that? Can you believe that? Let's get a picture of that one. Oh my gosh!
It's got to be close to 5.
Oh, it is every
least.
bit of 5. I think it's almost 6.
What was it?
5.71.
571. Unbelievable.
Oh man, we're going to the knockout round. Tony,
There's a cow.
Tony, we're going knockout.
You know it, baby.
Oh, no doubt. Oh my gosh.
I haven't seen one that big since I fished in the Eufaula.
Oh my gosh.
I got to be honest, when I put my hand on that fish, I was just absolutely blown away. It was surreal because that was a size class that I had not seen ever before in the Mississippi River the 2 times I've been there, and didn't expect it at all. And after catching that fish, it really changed my entire approach to the day and to the tournament. I knew that, and I had told Marty Stone earlier in the week. He had called me and we were discussing the strategy for this format. And I said, my goal is to just barely make it through. You don't want to burn through more fish than you need to make the next round because weights are zeroed out. But if I ended up catching a big fish, I was going to go for the qualifying round win. That was my goal. If you catch a big fish, you don't want to squander that. You don't want to waste that big bite. You want to make sure that you catch enough to be able to win the round. So that was my goal from then on for the rest of the day, was to catch barely enough to win my round. And so I ended up making the decision to, after catching that fish, leave the area and find new areas. So I was hoping that I could find a few more quality bites, make another pound cull throughout the rest of the day in different areas, and leave enough fish for the championship round if I was fortunate enough to win the qualifying round. But anyways, left that area, kept uncovering water, and started to find some new areas.
That one's gonna call. Or, no, maybe. I think it is.
Although most of the fish I was catching were coming off the chatterbait, I did find some areas like this one right here that had some really good looking water for a frog. So I was throwing for this fish right here a Z-Man Elite Frogs, the walking version, in 2.75 size and in the old school color, and was using 65-pound smackdown braid, a Okeechobee rod from Fitzgerald Fishing, and of course the VLD 10 reel. So that was my setup when I was frog fishing.
Close the lid first.
Yep.
Hey.
After fishing the frog for a little bit, I went back with the chatterbait to some current breaks and sand drops, and within this same general area that I was fishing, and caught a lot of fish. I ended up calling maybe once or twice more just by a couple ounces. But you know, at that point, I really didn't want to go through some of the areas that I knew had some slightly bigger fish. I had a good bag. I was right about where I thought I might need to be to win the round. And so I decided to go explore and try some new areas on Pool 9. And in the process of doing that, I ended up getting a call that changed how I was going to, you know, manage my time for the rest of the day.
Hello? Yeah, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I'm out of 9. What's going on, buddy? Okay. Okay, you need a can you send me a text of your location?
So the phone call was from Jacopo Goleli, who is another competitor fishing the title championship and was actually the champion of the pro circuit event on the Potomac. And he was having some mechanical issues and essentially requested a ride back to weigh-in. So this obviously changes my time management for the rest of the day. Instead of doing a little bit more searching around Pool 9, I decided to go ahead and lock back through to Pool 8 to pick up Jacopo and fish a little bit with him.
Sack? The weigh-in sack? Yeah. Okay, because you got me. There is everything.
Obviously, Jacopo and I ended up fishing for the rest of the day together, which was only about an hour worth of fishing time. And unfortunately, didn't catch any fish. For some reason, Pool 8 was just not jiving with me. The conditions seemed perfect for frogging. The areas that I was fishing just seemed absolutely perfect, but just couldn't catch any more fish. So ended up going back to weigh-in. And man, let me tell you, I don't have any footage of the actual weigh-in, but I was a nervous wreck. Getting back, you know, you kind of get an idea for who's got what type of weight and what it's going to take to end up winning the round. And I knew that I was going to be either an ounce or two in or an ounce or two out. And fortunately, after a nail biter of a weigh-in process, I was the last one to weigh in and ended up winning my round. I won the whole qualifying round, which was exactly my goal. I didn't want to burn that big fish, which ended up being a 5-pound, 11-ounce Mississippi River giant. It was just a really special day, and I honestly felt like I won the entire tournament, actually winning the qualifying round. It doesn't give you any extra money. What it does is it gives you a ticket to the championship round. You go directly over the knockout round into the final day. So I was super stoked. Day 2 was a really cool day, full of a lot of different surprises, a lot of challenges, and just overall was a lot of fun. Now, unfortunately, this is where I'm going to have to leave you with this, with the title championship breakdown, because we ended up having a faulty camera for the third day, which was the championship round, and my camera didn't work the entire day. I must have had dew or something in the GoPro. So anyways, the good news is that it's all going to be televised. I had a camera with me in the entire third day, so it's all going to be televised on Major League Fishing, and so you can watch all of that coverage when the title show airs. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, drop a comment below, and of course, like and share and subscribe too if you like these videos. So thank you guys so much for the support. I'm going to see you out on the water.